Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Dr. D's back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about my guy Voroth. I mean, Voroth was in the 10-time event over the weekend, and then he was also in this event, which is still going on right now. So if you guys don't have him, just save up those save up those sigil of yours, and then you can get yourself a Voroth right here for 3,500. A little pricey, but worth it. I'm telling you right now, he is definitely a heavy hitter. The one knock I have on him is that he's not in the Nightmare faction. He would be so good if he was in the Nightmare faction, but unfortunately he's not. And for an epic, he's pretty good, especially if you get this. So this is the main reason why I built him out, this artifact right here. We'll go over it later, but just keep in mind, this artifact is so good for him, and it's an exclusive for him. So if you don't have it already, try and save up 3,000 sigil of yours, and you can go ahead and get it. All right, guys, so we got Voroth. He's the Frozen Heart Chief. I mean, he looks pretty cool. He looks like he's part Viking, and honestly, when I first seen him, I was like, for those of you that watch Game of Thrones, I was just sitting there thinking like, he looks like he's part of the Night King's army, right? He died. He was one of the wildlings. He died. He got brought back to life, and he served the Night King to attack the wall. But you know, that was just my first thoughts on it. But you know, he looks pretty cool, and honestly, he packs a heavy punch. Okay, guys, so we have his ultimate, the Northwind Axe. Increases attack speed by 800 and starts to deal rapid dual wielding strikes, each increasing attack speed by 100, stacking up to 1400. This effect lasts for 15 seconds, so just keep in mind that the artifact that is exclusive for Voroth, it is built for this ultimate, and it is so nice. So basically his ultimate just keeps raising his attack speed, and for a good reason. So okay, so let's go over his physical attack. So this is real basic. Deals 110% damage to one enemy with a 50% chance to land a consecutive hit. And now we have his passive, Sweeping Whirl. When taking damage, there's a 15% chance to cast a Whirlwind Slash, dealing 100% AoE damage. When on the field, reduces damage taken from AoE skills by 25%. So, you know, giving himself a little bit of a survivability along with some AoE damage. We like that. The way I have him built, let's take a look at this. So I do have a broken set on him. Honestly, I do think that the Wisdom Amulet would be good for him. You know, after using ultimate skills, increases damage by 35% for 10 seconds. So since everything revolves around his ultimate, it is good to have that extra damage after the ultimate, right? So I do like the Wisdom set for him. I just don't have the right gear for it, right? I don't have the right procs that I wanted, so I did have a broken set in that. But then basically what you want with Voroth, you want attack to be pretty decent. You know, you want it to be kind of high. I mean, this is decent where I'm at, 9,665, and honestly his basic attack is pretty high, 5,119. For an epic, that's pretty solid. Then we come down here, his attack speed, we want it to be relatively high if you have the artifact. Mainly because, well, I'll show you the artifact after, but basically you want this attack speed to be high. I honestly wanted this a little higher, but I'll take what I can get, you know, it is what it is. And then crit rate, you want it to be 100%, whatever. I got it up to 68, close enough. But then crit damage, you definitely want this to be a little higher, but you want to focus on crit damage a little bit too. But you know, the main thing is attack, crit rate, attack speed, and crit damage, right? So you come over here, let's go to his artifacts. Let me show you the artifact before we go into his awakening tree. His artifact, I mean, this is so good. I cannot believe that I actually got this artifact, you know, so I definitely was toying around with him when I first got him just because of this artifact. So during the ultimate, each attack deals extra damage equal to 1 time the current attack speed. This is during the ultimate. So his ultimate is giving him a bunch of attack speed, plus I added on some attack speed. So it's just basically maximizing his damage output. This is a really good artifact for him. Honestly, if he didn't have this artifact, I probably wouldn't have built him out. Like once I got this, I was like, you know what? I gotta build him out and see what he's all about, right? And he did not disappoint. Again, it would be a lot better if he was in the Nightmare faction, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's go to his awakening tree. We come over here. When you awaken him 1 time, chance to trigger Whirlwind Slash plus 10%. That's pretty good. We like that. Attack plus 5%. All right, that's legit. Triggering Whirlwind Slash restores HP by 5%. Okay, so I do like this because when you have him awaken 3 times, not only is he going to when you awaken him one time, it's going to have a higher percentage of triggering the Whirlwind Slash, but then he's going to also have a little bit of heals in his kit. We like that. That's definitely really good. HP plus 10%, solid. And then he enhances these moves. So let's see. When Voroth is shielded, doubles the chances of triggering an extra basic attack and Whirlwind Slash. So awakening him 5 times is very, very good. Unfortunately, I didn't even get another single copy of him, so it is what it is, unfortunately, but I'm pretty sure this is the same. Yeah, when Voroth is shielded, doubles the chance of triggering an extra basic attack and Whirlwind Slash. So we like that. That's pretty solid. All right, as always, huge shout out to my bucket. If you want to go to his tier list, go check out the top, mabucket.com/tier-list/heroes. You guys could check it out, but I am going to maximize this. Okay, so with Voroth, a bucket, he didn't even have anything to say about him. So, don't worry, he's a lot better with the artifact than what the grade he's giving him, right? So overall, he gave him a B. Early game, he gave him an A+. Gear Raid 1, don't use him for Gear Raid 1. He gave him an F, and for good reason. You should not be using him for Gear Raid 1. Gear Raid 2, he gave him a B+. I haven't even tried him for Gear Raid 2. I have better champions for that, so I probably won't try him for Gear Raid 2, but I am going to put him on Showcase in the Guild Boss. So let's go to Gear Raid 3, not applicable. Don't use him for Gear Raid 3. You have no reason to use him for Gear Raid 3, right? So he can't hit any air units, that's why. So then we got the Guild Boss right here. He gave him an A-. Honestly, with the artifact, if you build him out right, this guy could be, I'm not going to say S tier, but he could be like right around the A+ tier, maybe even a little higher, but I still need to work on building him out and getting him fully awakened, so I'm definitely not getting the best bang for my buck with him, but I'll show you what he's all about, where I have him right now anyway. And then single target arena, he gave him an A-, so same grade as Guild Boss. I'm not going to use him in single target arena, mainly because he's not in the Nightmare faction. I need him to be in the Nightmare faction if I'm going to even try to rotate him in, or else I'm just wasting him. So, there's no reason for me to put him in the single target arena, but if you guys feel, hey, you know what, I need a single target arena champion, look no further, Voroth could help you. But then we have AoE arena. Don't use him for AoE. That's an F for good reason. Of course, in air arena, he's not going to be applicable, right? So sustained arena, he gave him an A-. The rest, it is what it is. So basically the number 1 artifact is the one that I got, so that's definitely really good. I mean, it is exclusive for him, so I would hope that's the best one that he has. All right, guys, so we're going to have him on full display in the Guild Boss, and we're actually going to do Nightmare 2. I am going to auto fight this since I've already done this before, and mainly because I could talk to you guys, right? It's hard to concentrate on laying everything down and doing the ultimates while talking to you guys at the same time. So notice how I put my Valeria over here. For all of you guys who have Valeria, just know that the less damage or the less HP she has, the more damage she's going to be pushing. So very important to put her away from the healers as long as she can soak the hits without dying, right? And then I also have my Silas down here. The reason why I put him down here is because I got an artifact on him. The farther away he is, the more damage output he's going to be doing. So, just little tactics like that. Then I got my Voroth right here. He's actually going to be taking some of that Dolores ultimate attack buff, right? But I'm actually anxious to see how Voroth does in here. I actually was playing around with him before I even did this, so I buffed him up a little bit. Let's see if he can keep up with the big dogs. I know he's not going to keep up with my Valeria or my Salazar, but those are my 2 tops right now, right? I think he could be pushing for a solid 3rd place, though. We are almost done. Right. Boom. See what we got. You know, I mean, he kind of kept up. He at least beat my arrogance, right? But I don't even have him fully awakened, and I could build him out a little better. But honestly, for those of you who don't really have good champions for the guild boss, or you want to switch some things around, then Voroth is the route to go. I mean, he's not meta in the game. He never will be unless they give him like a tremendous buff, but he does pack a good punch, as you can see. Also, if he was in the Nightmare faction, he would just pump out a lot more damage, but unfortunately he's not. So, you know, it's just kind of a bummer, right? Certain heroes, you want them in the Nightmare faction, especially for the guild boss, right? But it is what it is. But that's all I got for tonight's video. Thank you guys for making it to the end. Have a great night. Peace!